Gita course, our spiritual highway journey. Today is our 9th session, the ultimate perfection. So before we start our session, we'll start with our prayers. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Nami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavati Pasyatya Deshatarani Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now let's do Guru Pranam. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chikshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are actually offering our respectful obeisances to our spiritual master, who has opened my eyes which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance with the torchlight of knowledge. We do Rupa Prana. Shri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantakam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrashatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakam Scha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Nami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarani Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are dedicating our Gita course to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is the founder and Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Without him, we wouldn't have got this confidential knowledge. Without him, we wouldn't have got this Bhagavad Gita so lucidly and easily in our life. So it's our humble obeisances to Prabhupada's lotus feet, and we'll proceed further with our today's session, the ultimate perfection. So, agenda of today's class is Lord Krishna's opinion about this world, how to address the imbalances we have. Should devotional be part of my life, understanding my needs and a revisit, and practical tips of the day. So before we go to ultimate perfection of our life within session 9, we'd like to just recap quickly on session 8 what we have done. In the last session, we have done about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, about the Lord, Sri Krishna. We came to know how Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead by getting from references from the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. We also came to know that how Krishna is the Bhuktaram Yajna Tapasam. He is the ultimate benefactor of any sacrifices we do. He is the proprietor. He is the supreme controller. Everything existing in this world belongs to him. So we understood that in the last session. We also understood that how we realized the absolute truth of the Lord in 3 aspects. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan features. So we realized we understood how to understand the absolute truth in the 3 ways. We also understood that how the great personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and many other personalities like Sukadeva Goswami, how the great stalwarts have gave the references. I mean, we came to know how they unanimously said Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We all saw that from the prayers offered by them in Bhagavatam, right? So today we will start with what is the ultimate perfection of life. Okay, uh, what what do you understand by ultimate perfection of life? Your your answers, or what do you understand with this question, ultimate perfection? What according to you is ultimate perfection? Yes, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. Okay.
Following the path of Dharma.
Following the path of Dharma. Nice. Any other points? Any other answers? Sorry, Mataji. Be happy and healthy. Nice.
To find Lord Krishna within ourselves.
Nice. So that is self-realization. Self-realization. So when we say the perfection of life, ultimate perfection of life, we need to understand the self-realization. So when we come to the part of self-realization, what is self-realization? What according to you is self-realization? Knowing about ourselves. Any more? Knowing our self-realization, in the word itself it is there, knowing ourselves. Nice. So self-realization, when we are speaking, I think four things comes. No, we should always ask who we are. Like Mataji said, knowing about self, who we are, and who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Lord, and what is my relationship with that Lord, right? And if I have to serve, whom I have to serve. Now, these four questions. And what is this material world all about? What is this world which I am seeing around? What is this about? So, self-realization starts with these four questions. Who am I? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What is my relationship with this Lord? Or how should I connect with this Lord? And what is this whole material world where I am living in currently? What is this? What is this connection? What is my connection with that? So we all discussed all these questions almost from our previous sessions. Now, who are we? We are body. We are souls, right? We are souls. Who is Supreme Personality of Godhead? Lord Krishna. Because we conveniently, like last session we discussed, we concluded logically and with scriptural reference also, and we took the Acharya's authority, who is saying the Supreme Personality of Godhead is ultimately Lord Krishna. And what is our relationship with him? We also discussed in the last class how he is CEO, who is boss, who is our boss, right? So what is our connection with him? What is our connection with him?
We are
parcel of Krishna. And knowing that, what we should do, how should we be with him?
Chanting with him.
Okay.
Serving.
Serving. Very nice, Mataji. Serving. Now we know that, we know our father, we know our parents. No? How can we repay anything for what they do for us? In general, asking. We all have our parents, and we cannot repay back whatever they have done to us in our life. So what do we do if at all we get a chance to? It's our love. They don't need anything from us, It's only lovingly, with that gratitude, with that mood of love, when we serve our parents. That's something which you are, looking at. The service attitude. With service, with love and service, you want to please your parents. So that is the connection what we have with the Lord. He is there with us in every body what we have taken, and He is taking care of us. Like in our earlier classes also we discussed, we can't do anything. We just sit here in this, so the soul just desires, rest all He is doing. And whatever good desires, bad desires, nonsense desires, everything He is fulfilling us. What can we repay to Him? How can we repay to Him? Everything existing in this world belongs to Him, right? This whole creation, each and every entity belongs to Him. Everything you see in this world belongs to Him. It's like, you go to Ganga river, And you see people taking water from the Ganga river and offering it to the Ganga itself. So it doesn't mean that Ganga itself is Ganga river. Taking water from her and offering is silly. But it's the only way I can do. I can't offer anything much to her. It's my sincere love and gratitude. I'm offering it to the Lord. So similarly, everything in this existence belongs to the Lord. I am just, what I can do is I am doing a loving service to Him. Whatever, whenever, every time I get a chance, I do that loving service to the Lord. So our relationship with the Lord is a servant. He is a master. He is a very, very good master. And now we need to understand the fourth question. What is our relationship? What is this world or about Prakriti? We have discussed all this in our previous sessions. We addressed all these three questions, but we didn't discuss much about Prakriti. What about this material world? What is my connection with this material world? And why am I here? And how I should come out of what should I do when I'm here in this material world? That questions we'll be addressing in this today's session, Ultimate Perfection. So before starting with our topic for today, we'd like to start with a story. Okay. So the story of a woodcutter. He is also a coal maker actually. So once upon a time, what happens is there was a king who actually goes for a hunting with his family members. With his ministers and everyone. So he goes deep into the forest. Over a period of a time, he alone goes very fast, and he actually gets disconnected from his army, and he goes deep inside the forest, and he lost his way. He don't know how to return back. So he roams around within that forest for a very long time. He's very exhausted. He feels very tired, thirsty, and he can't move any further. So he just sits down. He just chooses a place and he sat down. And finally, when he sat under a tree, he sees a woodcutter cutting the tree, and he feels very happy. Oh, somebody is there to help me out now. So he goes to the woodcutter and explains that I am so and so king. I am ruling this particular area, and I have lost. He explains about his situation. I lost from my army. I am alone roaming here, and I am feeling very exhausted, thirsty, and hungry. Do you have something to give? So he feels this woodcutter feels very obliged, and he actually gives whatever he brought for his lunch. He shares with him. He humbly goes, brings water from nearby pond. And he feeds the king, and he makes comfort bed for him to rest for some time. And after he takes rest and his tiredness goes, he actually directs him. He takes out from the forest, and he guides him to the way of to the city. So king, before leaving to the city, he actually feels very obliged. He feels that loving service what he has done. He's actually savior. Otherwise he would have lost in that forest, and nobody would be there to help him out. So he feels very obliged and says, hey woodcutter, whenever you feel low in your life, or whenever you need my help, please do come to my kingdom. Definitely if you ask anybody, they'll bring you to me, and I'll help you out. So days pass on, king goes to his kingdom, he rules, and this woodcutter happily cuts his wood, and he cuts the trees, and he burns those wood and makes coal, and he sells that coal in the city. That was his business. So years passes, and what happens is the forest he is cutting, it got exhausted. There are no more trees left out. You don't know where to go and how to cut. So he feels very morose, how to survive, how to make my livelihood. So he remembers the king's word, and he makes his journey towards the king. And he meets the king that, this is my problem. All my forest got exhausted. I came here for your help because you have a big kingdom and you have a large forest. And if you donate me some forest, I would survive for some more years. So king says that kings feel very happy seeing this woodcutter. Finally he has come after a long time. He feels he has met his old friend, and he feels very happy. So king says that, okay, I'll do something for you, but take rest for today. We'll meet tomorrow. And king actually calls his all prime ministers, and he would discuss with them. So this is what happened years back, and this woodcutter has really helped me. I'm very obliged and very I should do something for him. Do suggest me. I'm thinking that I should give, the forest in the north, which is very good. So they all also agreed. Next day, woodcutter comes and king says that take this north direction forest and be happy. So woodcutter also feels very happy. And then life goes on. Few more years passes, and one time king suddenly remembers this woodcutter, and he says that how would have been that woodcutter? He would have been rich by now. He would have had two bungalows, nice family with a large, so many people serving him. He would have been that big rich. He would have been. He would have become. Let me pay a visit to him. I want to see him. So he suddenly gets that thought and informs his ministers to make an arrangement. So next day he goes there and pays a visit to the woodcutter, the place in the north direction. So when he goes there, he sees that the woodcutter is still in the same poverty situation, poverty stricken, same old, old clothes, torn clothes, and he is keeping his arms on his head and feeling really bad. Again, he is still morose. He is still bad, sad. The king feels very surprised. No, how come? He goes there and sees that. How come you are still in the poverty stricken? I thought you will make huge money, you will become rich, but why you have become like this? So I'm like this. My life is like this. What I do is I cut the trees, make a coal, and sell it out, and the same price I got. And with that minimal amount, what I get, I use for maintaining my family. Now I'm just worried because three-fourths of the forest is over, one-fourth only left over. What after that? Whom should I go and ask? I'm morose because of that. I can't keep coming to you and ask every time. Na? So he says that. King pats his head and says, yo, what a foolish person you are. And then there is a small piece of wood lying on there. He picks that wood and says, go and find the price of this wood in the market. So he goes to the first shop in the market, and that person sees this particular wood is a sandalwood actually. It's a sandalwood, and that person recognizes this is a great quality of sandalwood. This is no, this particular sandalwood is not found anywhere in this world. So he says that this cost will be very much, but this person seems to be very poor. I can cheat him. So he says that, okay, I will give 500 rupees to you for this. Woodcutter, 500 rupees? Because every day he burns the whole wood, makes the coal, and he sells that for only 10 rupees. But 500 rupees is a huge amount, and he says 500 rupees. But the other person thinks, the owner thinks that perhaps he knows the value of it, and he says only 500 rupees, let me increase the price. Okay, 1000 rupees I will give. And again he gets surprised, 1000 rupees he says. The owner thinks that maybe he knows and he really don't want to give it. So he, with that sad, upset mood, he takes that wood and about to go. Then owner calls, he'll take that, grab it, and he'll say 1500 rupees he'll put in his hand, and final price, this is, you go now. So he takes that 1500 rupees, and he brings back to the king. Now king says, do you understood the value of it? Do you understand the value of it? What did you do? 3/4 of forest. Even if you know the value of it, and 1/4, even 2-3 trees or even 15 trees of it would have made you filthy rich. But you don't know that, and you have burnt all the sandalwood into coal, which made 10 rupees. What is inference for us in this story? Our lives. Very true. Who is king there? Who is woodcutter or the coal maker? What are the trees in this story?
Supreme Lord, we are the woodcutter. Trees are the opportunities that are given to us.
Nice. So the Lord is the king there, and the woodcutter are we, and the trees given to us is the life. Every breath we are taking is the life given to us by the Lord. And how we are using, what for we have to use that life? To use that life, the sandalwood like life is given to us. We are wasting that life for the filthy, pettiest things in our life. The life is meant to do for self-realization. The ultimate perfection you get when you start inquiring these questions, who we are, What is my relationship with the Lord? Who is the Supreme Lord? And how can I go back and connect to Him? That is the ultimate perfection of the life. So, the knowledge. Now, we all from the past 8 sessions, we all came to know all these questions: who we are, who is the Supreme Personality of Lord, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is my connection with Him. All theoretical knowledge, fine. But then that theoretical knowledge should be realized, right? Realization. What theoretical knowledge Shastra says is a jnana. The theoretical knowledge is a jnana. When it becomes vijnana, when you practice it, when you realize it. And how do you realize that? How do you realize that theoretical knowledge? When that theoretical knowledge gets converted into your realization. When? When? Chanting. When we do chanting, when we chant Maha Mantra, when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when we chant this Maha Mantra, all the theory which we have learned becomes into realization. Who gives that realization? The Paramatma, the Krishna who is sitting within our heart, actually makes us to realize that knowledge within our heart. Theoretical knowledge, one day or the other day it goes. That theoretical knowledge should come into our existence within ourselves. We should have faith, belief in that. That happens only when you are realized of that truth. Okay, so that realization comes when we practice the devotional service, when we do chanting. So, and what is the proof for that? What is the proof for that? Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 11th shloka, he says, Tesham evanukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayam atma bhavato jnanadhipena bhashvataha. He says, jnanadhipena. He says that with my special mercy, whoever tries to realize, who is making endeavor to know this self-realization, who is making endeavor to know me, who is trying to be very serious in the path of self-realization, to that person I will show the special mercy. I dwell in their heart, destroy their darkness. He is saying, with what? Jnana deepena bhashvati. Jnana deepe means with the light, with the lamp of knowledge. With the knowledge I will destroy the darkness and ignorance in the hearts of the people. So this is the proof. This is the proof where Krishna directly saying in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 11th shloka, where he is saying that I would be doing this for you. So, let's see about Lord Krishna's opinion about this world. Okay, what Krishna says about this world. Now let's ask this question to Krishna. Hear Krishna what he says about this world. But why Krishna we have to ask? We have so many people around. No? Anybody can say. Because we have to ask the Creator. Why? Why only Creator? The Creator knows where is what is the fault, which one works fine, which won't work fine. Remaining all the other people in around us, however knowledge, however educated they are also still born along like us. They are also born in this material world, and they are also struggling. If you go and ask a question about this world, everyone have their own opinions. They give their opinions. Their opinions benefit us no. They don't benefit us in any way. They are also born like us and struggling with the 4 real problems, right? What are the 4 real problems we discussed? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, birth, death, disease and old age. So everyone are suffering with this. But how can a person who is subjected to these 4 problems can give a verdict on this world? So we need to hear from the authority, and the authority we established from the previous sessions is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the creator of this world, can only guide us and can say what is this world about. So before we go and see what Krishna says about this world, we'll just like to show some pictures. What is this? I don't know, it's visible. What is this? So what we call in Sanskrit or in Hindi, Vidyalay, right? What is this? Already it is come. So where the place where you have drinks served. So it's Madiralay, right? What is this? Pustakalay. So all these places, what you here see the common word. Alay. What does mean alay? Alay means. Hmm?
Place where
Something is there. Place where the place where we read or we study is called as Pustakalay, where books are there. The living place of the books, you can say. And the place where we get the knowledge is Vidya, where we are getting Vidya is a Vidyalay. And the other one, Madiralay. So Alay means nothing but the place where something is there. So this place where we are residing is also a Alay, right? So let's see we need to know this, why it is so important is, what is this world called which is in front of us? Let us understand from Krishna's perspective. So what Krishna says about this, the creator, what he says about this world, he's saying in 8th chapter 15th verse, Mamupepta punarjanma dukkalayam ashashvatam navapnoti mahatmanah samsiddham paramangataha dukkalayam ashashvatam. Mamupepta punarjanma dukkalayam ashashvatam. This particular place, this world is temporary and full of miseries. Dukkalayam means Alaya means we know place. Dukkalaya means full of miseries. Every minute there is a misery. Every minute there is some misery occurring to us. That is Dukkalayam. Ashashvatam. He is saying this material world is temporary. Who is saying this? Krishna, who is the one who created it. But people around say and believe, they believe and make us believe that this world is beautiful. You can make this world better. We often hear, if we can bring peace in the world, we can make this place as a better place. We often hear that. Not only in one place, Krishna says, he again says the same point in 2 times he says about this world. He says that, Kim punar brahmano punya bhakta rajarishayo tata anityam asukham lokam imam prapye bhashvasamam. So there again, anityam asukham. Asukham means again the synonym of Dukkalaya. Dukkalaya or Sukham. The place where you don't find Sukham, it is Asukham. And he is saying Anityam. Nitya means permanent. But this is the place where it is temporary. So Dukkalayam Ashashvitam. In the previous shloka, the synonym of Ashashvitam again is Anityam. So twice he referred in Bhagavad Gita that this place is Dukkalayam and Ashashvitam. The manufacturer, the creator himself has stamped that this particular place is not a place for happiness, right? So, for example, you go to a manufacturing unit. So there are a lot of products are manufactured, and if you see, all these products are tested by some QA engineers, quality assurance engineers. They do test that and certify this particular product is working product and this particular product is a defect product. So if you take purposefully the defect product and say why it is not working the way it should work, our situation is like that. So Krishna himself labeled and said this particular world is Dukkalayam and Asashritam, but what we are trying to do here, we are trying to settle down. We want to make this place a permanent place for us, and we are trying to find happiness, real happiness, and when it is not happening, we get frustrated, we get irritated, we get annoyed, we get everything. Why? Krishna himself said you cannot get happiness here all the time. So we need to understand that it's temporary, it's Dukkalayam. But is it Krishna so pessimistic? Not optimistic. No, why? Why? We see a lot of fun in this world around. Why? What's wrong? Then why Krishna is saying all the time Dukkalayam, Ashashritam, Asukam, Anityam?
It is realistic, not pessimistic.
He's realistic. Very nice point. He's not pessimistic. Very true. Yeah. So understand that we need to analyze this. Every point what we have discussed in Bhagavad Gita from previous sessions, we just did not blindly follow on the sentiment basis or by emotions. We just proved it. We analyzed it. We logically concluded every fact what we have discussed from the previous sessions. Let's do it in this session also. Without sentiments and emotionals, we'll prove how this particular world is Shashvatam, Dukkalayam. So before doing that, that's a small activity. So this is what it is showing here. A prisoner in a jail, and this prisoner in a jail is been given a uniform. Okay, they will be given a uniform and they will have some labels, numbers. Okay, and the prisoner will be always behind the bar. They are not entertained into the public places or public world, in the public world. They are kept behind the bars. Okay, they made to work hard really, and there would be definitely a jailer who would be giving punishments to them. So comparing Krishna saying this as a Dukkalayam Ashashritam, comparing ourselves, this world as a prison. So can you, say we are in the prisoners, how in the present world, I mean how in this material world, how can you, make analogy of it? Very nice. Let's see, I mean how many of you can make it and what are the real answers for that. Uniform is body, very nice. Behind the bars is goals. Goals, okay. Goals, okay. Continue, Mataji, whatever.
Personal means we are reaching our body temporary goals. To reach our
Temporary goals, okay.
Punishment is what we do, we will reflect, our karma will reflect that.
Okay. Any more points? Any more? How do you compare yourself with this? Almost reached. Any more points, Mataji? Okay. So yeah, uniform is like this. We need to understand that we are entrapped in the world. We are entrapped in this material world like a prisoner. So when you are saying uniform, like Mataji said, it's a body. The body which is this, our soul, we are a soul. We understood that from previous sessions, we are a soul. And it's a Satchidananda. It is completely full knowledge, full blissful, and it is eternal. But what we are doing, we are trapped in this body and we are not able to function the way it has to function. Are we having completely knowledge now? Actually, we are a soul and we should be having the knowledge of everything and anything. But why? Because we are trapped in this body and because of this body, we get a forgetful nature. We forget. We don't remember the past life. We don't remember something which has happened yesterday itself. So every minute we are keeping forgetting it out. So knowledge is covered. So in that way we are trapped. So body we discussed in the first few sessions previously. Body is made up of 8 elements, right? What are those 8 elements? Gross elements and then 3 subtle elements. What are the 3 subtle elements? Mind, intelligence and false ego, 3. So we have to always focus on the subtle bodies. Gross bodies we keep on changing the gross bodies. If we leave this gross body, we are going to get another gross body. So what is important for us, what is to focus in our life is on the subtle bodies. Subtle bodies we cannot change, as we discussed in our previous sessions. We may get a new fresh gross body, but there is no compromise with the subtle body. You have to live with the subtle bodies. In how many other bodies you are transforming, the subtle bodies will be there with you forever. Okay, so we have to work on those subtle bodies. So uniform given to us is this body, this gross body and the subtle bodies for us. And what are the behind the bars? What is that which is not allowing us to come out of this material world or this world? Our anarthas. Huh? Attachment. One of it, really is the anarthas, the Arishad Vargas, we say. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Lobha. Okay, so lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, and illusion. These are the 6 things which are actually binding us. They are keeping us behind the bars. It's our lust, it's our greed, it's our illusion, it's our attachment. What you say is an illusion. Pride and greed. All these are the one. What is anartha actually? Anarthas are the one. Artha means what? Artha means something which is, meaning, which has some value in it. Anartha means what? Something which is nonsense, which is of waste. And they are there within us. We are entrapped by these anarthas, and it is not letting us free to liberate ourselves from this material world. And we are working so hard to survive ourselves, to make our existence in this material world. Every person in this world, they are trying to prove superior to the person next to them. Okay, they are trying so hard, and they are trying so hard to make their livelihoods. These are the in the jail, people are made to work hard, and in this world, in the prison called world of this prison, we are working so hard to make our ends meet, to make ourselves survive. So why does jailer would do punishment? Jailer would actually give punishments. Why would actually prisoners are given punishments? Does judge has a personal enmity, right? That's why does he give punishments? Why?
To separate the
System will not work otherwise.
System will not work. That is one answer. But what is that the person who is a prisoner? What is he getting? I mean, system does not work. We can shoot him and throw. I mean, that's how some countries work, right? Some the UAE countries and all. When you are not against when you are against the rules, they just
So,
kill
in
them.
order to correct any person's behavior, they say there are 4 ways of transforming Sama, Ve, Kanda, Maya.
Mm-hmm.
So, you first tell them politely how to do. When their behavior still doesn't change, it is the next mode of changing their behavior, which is the jailer's bound duty to set right.
It's a jailer's, the jail wardens. Jail warden's duty is to correct them. I mean, punishments are given for bringing transformation in them, so that they become again a normal person and come back. Nobody in the prison are settled there forever, lifelong. Okay, over a period of time, when the transformation comes in, they will leave them and they'll come back to the normal society, right? So punishment is really meant for bringing transformation in a purification, to bring a purification. So what does who is a jail warden for us here? Durga Devi. So this place is also called as Durg. This material world's synonym is another name is Durg, and Durg it is. And the person who is taking care, or the warden, the jail warden who is doing the job, is Durga Devi. And what does the Durga Devi hold in her hand? Trident, right? Trident. And those trident, why only trident? It could be 4, it could be 5. But there is significance for saying trident. Any idea? Sorry? Trident represents to the 3 kleshas. So what are these 3 kleshas? We will discuss later. But yeah, before going to that particular point, the purification and transformation part, like we were discussing how we should get purified, or how we'll get transformed. The question is again, same basic questions again we are repeating, so that we should realize that fact. How do you get purified and transformed? By chanting Maha Mantra and doing the devotional service. But then you have to hear the knowledge also, right? Now, whom you are hearing, the knowledge is also very important. Okay, the speaker not only gives, whenever a person is speaking, he not only gives the information anyway you will get. Like we already discussed, information you get. There is a lot of information in the present day on the Google. You just go You search whatever nonsense thing, you will get all the information about that. So huge amount of information which was not there earlier, but is now available at your fingertips. So much information is there. So when a speaker speaks about that, information is there. You'll get information, and you, along with the hearing of the sound of that sound vibration, you also get the purity and consciousness of that speaker. The purity, the bhakti, or the level of purity and the consciousness he will impart through his speaking. Why would, in general, there is, it is said that, whenever Lord, when a devotees or when a bhaktas would take the class, or when they give, narrate the pastimes of the Lord, it is said that Lord personally comes and hears those pastimes. Why? Because he likes listening about himself. Yeah, it is also true. Somebody praising me means my ears will become double. Oh, what is that? See me once again, see me once. Is it right or not? Somebody is taking, Mataji, your name? Asha, Mataji. If I say something, whatever she is here alert, but when I take her name, Asha Mataji is so, her ears will become furthermore alert. Something she is saying about me. So this self, indulgence is always there. This is also one point, but why Krishna? Because he has done that pastime, and he would have, he knows everything what he has done. But it is said that Lord comes and personally hears about when Krishna Katha, or whenever the pastimes are happening about him. Does he want to relish about himself? No. He want to relish the purity and the love and the bhakti what the speaker is speaking. He want to see that love. He want to get that bhakti. It's the same pastime, but if you hear it from the different devotees, they have their own bhakti coming in. The same Ramayana, same Mahabharata, or same Bhagavatam, you hear again and again the stories, but every time you hear, you'll not get bored. The same materialistic movie, the story, if you hear, 2 times you hear, or you hear it from different places, you'll get bored. Even after hearing 1 time, second time you don't feel like hearing. But from childhood onwards, we are seeing Ramayana. From childhood onwards, we are seeing Mahabharata, but you'll never get bored. That's the potency of the scriptures. But yeah, coming back to our topic, speaker when they are doing it, they impart the transformation and purity in their words. It comes. So we should be very conscious and cautious also through whom we are hearing. Okay, it's not that we will Google it and get that knowledge or hear it from anybody. In today's YouTube, if you go, everybody is speaking on the subject of Bhagavad Gita. So what qualifications they have, that also we have to check. The ultimate thing what we want to say is you have to hear it from a pure devotees, because people are saying Bhagavad Gita for professional reasons also, their professions also, but their attitude is transformed. I mean, their attitude or their speaking, consciousness would impart to us. It is being given to us. For example, a Bollywood singer is there and he sings beautiful songs. And when we invite him to sing Maha Mantra, what would be his consciousness? A professional singer is there who has got a lot of name and fame, money. And when we invite him to sing Maha Mantra, what do you get? You know, that person would actually be always conscious now how many people are there, how many people claps I am getting, whether they are, they are praising me when I am doing kirtan, are they clapping, or how much money I would get after this show. That consciousness would be there, and you really actually will not be able to relish it when a professional singer do that. But a devotee, even if he is not having a good voice to swim, but when they do kirtan or bhajan, we feel like listening again and again. That's because the purity, the bhakti with which they do it. So never deny the fact that we should be very conscious about this fact that whom you are hearing, from whom you are eating, taking prasadam, or you should be very conscious about that, because whatever prasadam you are taking, whatever you are hearing from others, they impart their consciousness to us. Oh, I want to say a small story, but we are running out of time. How this consciousness affects. But yeah, some other time we'll discuss that. But we need to understand that how we should be very careful and conscious when we are hearing. Coming back to the fourth point, like how Durga Devi gives punishment to us, and how the trident. Tridents are three spokes we discussed. Now, what are these three spokes of the trident? Are three kleshas, three miseries. So we discussed this also earlier. What are the kleshas? First thing, Adhyatmika. What is Adhyatmika? Adhyatmika, miseries. Adhyatmika means the miseries caused from ourselves, right? So, what is the second one? Adi Bhautika, Adi Dhaivika. Adhyatmika miseries caused by our own body and mind, like Mataji said. Mind is the more troubler rather than body. Body miseries are healed at one point of time, but mind miseries in the survey of WHO, World Health Organization, it is said that most of the people in this world suffer with depressions and with the mental problems. It's because the mind is the one which is which is the which has a great capacity which can magnify, the small mustard seed like problem also it can magnify to you like a huge mountain. And sometimes now, if you are in a good mood, if your mind is positive, even that huge mountain like problem will become like a mustard seed. So mind has this capacity. Even a small mustard seed like problem also, just simple, one simple thing, that very simple thing, we both are, Mataji and me are both are friends. And every day we say hi each other. And today I did not say hi to her. So she starts thinking, what happened to her? Why didn't she say hi? Did I do anything? Yeah, yesterday we both met, but I didn't reply to her properly. So that perhaps she put that into her mind and she did not. And she's really upset about me. What if she continues like this? So what happened? I had my own thinking going on some mind, and I didn't say hi. It's nothing. I did not say hi to her, but her mind started creating so many thinkings. So mind is the one which keeps disturbing us. So Adhyatmika klesha is the disturbances caused by our own mind and body. Adi Bhautika. What is Adi Bhautika? Miseries caused by another living entities. However, there is this one, how good ever you are in this world, there is one person in your life who would be troubling you to a greater extent. Be it your children, be it your husband, be it your boss, anybody. One person you will be happy. Even if you are a super good person, no person is harassing you, no person is troubling you, but there is one mosquito which will be putting you into the trouble. So, Adi Bhautika. So, misery is caused by the other living entities in our life. Adi Daivika. What is Adi Daivika? Nice, Corona, recent thing has come here. Misery is caused by the other higher authorities. Like drought, floods, earthquakes, famine. These all are not in our control. How much ever we are good. But this Adi Daivika kleshas are common to everyone. So, can you say that anybody can escape from these miseries? Most feel the richest person to the poorest person, whether he is an old person or young person, female or male, adult or child, rich or poor, anybody cannot escape from these three miseries, right? And this itself says that this proves that this world is full of miseries, and we are always poked by the trident of Durga Devi, these three kleshas. So the significance of these three kleshas, trident is these three kleshas, and Durga Devi is constantly poking us with this trident, saying that, hey, this place is Dukkhalayam, Ashashvatam. You are not here meant to settle down. Make a move. Why? Why we are settling? We are trying to settle down because we are conditioned souls. We discussed, right, what is meant by conditioned soul. What is meant by conditioning? We discussed in our previous session. What is meant by condition? Air conditioner. Good example, I always say. Air conditioner, what does air condition do? It conditions the air in the room, right? The air is at certain temperature, 30 degrees. If I put at 16 degrees, the whole air in this room, it conditions it to 16 degrees, right? Similarly, we are in this world, in this material world from time immemorial. So how much ever problems we come, we'll get used to it. Corona is there. In the beginning, all of us very anxiety. After 2 years, it's okay. We'll wear the mask and go. we are adjusted to that problem also. So human tendency is that get adjusted to the things which they are putting. So these kleshas, this Adibhautika, Adidhaivika, Adhyatmika keep on given by Durga Devi, keep us reminding that this place is not meant to settle down here. And she as a jailer doing a thankless job, she is a servant of Krishna and she is doing. Yes, Mataji? Yeah.
We think that okay, this is the place and these are the sadness, and we feel happy because of the sadness also.
Correct.
That also happens.
Yes. That's what we are conditioned. That's what. Some problems which are very common, where during Dwapar Yoga they are like horrible things. References are given in Bhagavatam where Yudhishthir Maharaj would describe elaborately about the omens caused when Kali Yuga is entering into this world. So he sees the bad omens like untimely weather changing, untimely thunders coming without clouds. So that is something which is very worrying, and children dying before the parents is something which is not acceptable. It is a shocking thing for them. Now that is very common to us. Eating food which is to be eaten given in charity or just like that is being sold now. Water which we are drinking is really freely available, but those water is sold now. These something are the bad things which Yudhishthir Maharaj says, but those things are horrible, abominable things during that time. But now what we are saying, those are very common. We don't even see them as a problems, right? So, point here what we are saying is, Durga Devi, we need to understand whenever these miseries are there in our life, they are constantly occurring. And that Durga Devi is doing this thankless job, reminding us don't settle down. Krishna said, this is Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Try to make effort to come out of this Ashashvatam place. That is the ultimate perfection of life. So, what is the reality of the world? Reality, let's understand. How this world, how do we perceive this world is being given here. Reality of this world is lot of advertisement of happiness happens around in this world. You see in the present world, so many advertisements are going on. They say that you don't have this, and that because if you don't have this, you are misery for this. Purchase this, you will bring happiness in your life. Lot of advertisement for everything. You see, for the necessities, for the basic things, you will never find advertisements. The food, the rice part, till now, God forbidden, no advertisements on the rice, because it's a basically available necessity thing. But see everything. You're looking so. They show this dark skinned lady and a fair skinned lady, imposing on us that your dark skin is a something which is unbearable, and you will apply our cream, will become fair. Then happiness comes in your life. Everything, everywhere, the whole material world, they are bombarding on you. Why? That's a selfish thing, The manufacturing industries, they are actually, there is no necessity. Earlier days, when Mataji's age and even my parents, they never had so many cosmetics. Simple thing is apply a turmeric and keep away. But later on, what happened was so much, they are propagating so much that because of this, your beauty is gone. You apply this, you will become nice. The more, everything is in that way. They are imparting us selfishly that, bombarding that so many things that you have this in your life, you will be happy. So, a lot of advertisements are going on. And everyone is trying to have their own innovative way of happiness. Crazy things people do. Sometimes now I was seeing one of this article, people are trying to get married through parachute, they are going and getting married in the sky. And what is the purpose of marrying there in the sky? Sure, who will be seeing there? They only go there, both wife and husband, who has a bride and bridegroom, they only exchange. People will be also around there. Some arrangements they will make. So it's a foolish thing. People underground water, deep into the sea, they will go and get married. Well, trying craziest things. They are not, don't know the real way of getting happiness, or try to find the real. The real happiness is within us. When you are not, explore that or trying to realize that, you are trying to search happiness everywhere. The same thing repeatedly, you get bored. Going to same restaurant every day, will get bored. ये और कुछ नहीं है क्या रेस्टोरेंट यहाँ पे दूसरे जगह जाएंगे, विल गो टू सम अदर प्लेस. Why keeping on so many restaurants are propping, especially in AECS Lord within last 1 year, so many food courts have opened. This was not there the case, I mean, before Corona or after Corona, so many. Why? Because the same people don't like, they want to do variegatedness and they find innovative ways, and these innovative ways are really not bringing happiness to us. So everyone is trying their own way to get happiness. So sometimes say that sometimes you will get happiness for a flickering moment. But how long? How long this will be there? What's happening there? Although you say that this flickering happiness you are getting, what happens over a period of a time, that happiness is gone. That happiness is temporary. Right or wrong? So what is the logic of happiness? Let's understand happiness, what does it mean? The anticipation of achieving something. We keep some goals and let me reach to that goal and I will be happy. So you work so hard, you prepare for exams and you give exam and you pass and you get into a good college, you feel happy. How long that happiness would be there? Maybe a week, maybe a month. After that, the same old school like atmosphere, also the same college, right? And then that's you are what the point we are trying to make here is like you're trying to be very very happy, not on the actual thing, but finally what you got. You'll not be happy with finally what you got, but just your belief that if I go there, I'll be happy. With that motive, you will be working very hard, and once you reach there, you'll not be able to enjoy for a longer time. So it's a temporary. Krishna has already said here the things are not permanent. Happiness once you got, you should be happy forever, right? Like my goal is like I want to get a Audi car. I work lifelong for that. I get an Audi car. How long I will be happy? Maybe a week. I will rub the car nicely every single day. I will dust it out. After 1 week, I'll leave it, and then after that also during the process also you'll get so much anxiety. You may be getting a big Audi car, but what if one scratch happens to it? As though it is piercing my heart. Scratch is happening on my heart. So there is anxiety is also there. That is what Krishna is saying. There is it's temporary. It's temporary, ashashvatam, and it's dukkha. Cannot get happy permanently. That's what. So logically we proved, right? So whatever Krishna is saying, what is happening with us, analyzing this, we are proving that this particular world is not a place to be settled down. And the second thing which brings us, sometimes happiness is, Prabhu was mentioning, show off. Why we are getting married in the sky? Because to show off, to show that I have done something unique than others. Comparison status. I have, this person has got, RD Q3, I will get Q4 version, little big than him. So, if I get Q3, I will be not happy because he is also having Q3, I am also having Q3. Why? I will not get happiness. Little more, one more version. iPhone, she is having 4S, I should have 5S, one more version. That delta difference, whatever we are having from compared to your next person, that actually brings a temporary happiness to you. But how long this would continue on? This happiness, what Krishna says, what Upanishad says is, just a little example Upanishad says about the happiness in this world. I think we discussed this, but let's reiterate again quickly. A person is actually running and then he falls into a pit. And before he is falling into the pit, he is actually hung by a, the banyan tree, what do you say called? Not branch, twigs. The banyan tree will be having twigs, right? He somehow got caught by that banyan tree twig and it entangled him, and he is, hanging upside down. And if he make an effort, he can go up, and pit is also not very deep inside, but yeah, little 1 feet or 2 feet deep it is there, not 3 feet deep it is there, but he is hanging there. And if you want to go up, there is a lion or a tiger, a carnivorous animal ready to eat him. So if he steps there, it will be grabbing him. And down in the pit there are lot of snakes. Red snakes are there. He cannot step even down. And they are ready to, the python is there and it is ready to swallow him. and he is hanging. On top of that, there are a white rat and a black rat is slowly cutting that twig. And he is seeing that the rats are cutting that twig and he may fall down any situation. And in between, in this all anxiety situation, there is a honey comb there on the tree and it is dripping honey, and just he is keeping his tongue extended and licking that honey which is dripped on his tongue. So this is what Upanishads gives, or the Shastras gives, the happiness in this material world. We are like that, we are in every moment, we are in an anxiety. We don't, just that we are having this forgetful nature, we are not not aware of the fact that any moment death can happen. The 2 days back I was seeing something. A person was attending to a marriage, it's a Muslim marriage I guess, and he was doing he was sitting on the chair and they asked him to come and apply some ritual they are doing. He just comes over there and applies. He's about to apply the health, suddenly heart fails and he dies. Very fraction of a second. It's you don't know like when death is there. We just forget about that and we constantly don't remember about that. That's why we are happily that we will be happily living ever after. We have this conception and notion. So that is not the case, Every time the misery is there, death is there, and every moment you are losing. The white rat and black rat is like a day and night. Every single day it is cutting that twig means the death is there any moment. Down death is there, up death is there. Right? And the day and night are passing off, and every single day you are coming closer to the death. You need to understand that. So that's the happiness which Shastras give us. In that, whatever little happiness of, if I won before, the delta happiness what we get, comparing ourselves from the other, or the anticipation of achieving something. These are like that, honey dripping from the top, and this is so permanent, so nice. I cannot. I'm going to enjoy this world. That moment really. The moment when you feel you will get some kind of problem, immediately you say this problem, this place is not, See, it's very simple to understand that now that we have good health, our basic needs are met. From our past karma, we did something good. We have shelter to live. We are getting good food, and we are, having nice clothes to wear. Everything, basic needs are met. We are not feeling that pain. What if we have born into a beggar's family? The basic needs are met. Every day is a struggle for them, right? So then you would be realizing that how filthy is this place. We try to settle down thinking that little happiness is what we get. We feel that this is a good place to live, but actually this is not. Until and unless, why we are discussing so much on this topic is until and unless we realize this world is Dukkhalayam and Ashashritam. We practically proved all this, Why Krishna said Dukkhalayam and Ashashritam, we practically proved, analyzed the day-to-day life activities and things, and coming to a conclusion that this is a Dukkhalayam and Ashashritam. Problems will never end. One after the other problems will come. You may think that, this one problem, let's finish it out, and after that I will take to spirituality. Now one more problem comes. Let my children settle down, then I will take to spirituality. After the children settle down, they'll get a difficult spouses and they'll come every single day with the problems. Ma, this is what happening, that is what happening. Again, you'll get involved with their problems. Let my grandchildren grow little. We are postponing every single day. So problems will never end. We cannot settle down here. Stabilizing is not permanent, but what we have to do. What is necessary, maintaining needful things we should do, but ultimate focus of our life should be to come out of this world. That focus we should never lose. So how to adjust this imbalances? So Krishna himself says, Daivaheshi gunamayi mama maya duratyayaha mameve prapadyante mayamem etam tarantite. Krishna is saying that this Maya Shakti, this Maya Shakti is my own energy. Krishna Lord himself is saying, and this energy of mine, this Maya Shakti is very difficult to cross over. You cannot cross on your own effort. And he is saying what to do for that. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshashyami mam shucha. Krishna is saying, this material energy or this energy of mine is very powerful. With your own endeavor, you can never cross. Just you have to surrender. Sarvadharman parityajya. Leave everything and just surrender on to me. I shall deliver you. I shall take care of you. Mam Shucha, don't fear. Krishna is saying this is an affirmation, you can say this is a promise where Krishna is giving to us. Once you surrender to me, I will take care of it. You don't have to worry about that. So beautiful examples from Shastra also we can see how Draupadi was saved, how Prahlad was saved. Prahlad, just small, Prahlad once, was terribly touched by his father. He was being thrown, he was put into the pit of snakes, he was trying to crushed by the elephant's legs, and sometimes he is even thrown by the cliffs. So one time he was thrown, he was ordered to be thrown from a cliff, and he is so calm and just remembered Krishna once. And then Krishna immediately came and protected, took him in his hand and landed him safely on the ground. But this temple, it is said that Krishna got scratches on his back when he is saving Prahlad. The mountain cliff actually scratched his back, and even that place is there in Andhra, which is called as Simhachalam, where they call the Simhachalam Appanna. They cover all the 365 days with a sandalwood pulp to him. It is clearly shown that Lord has saved this Prahlad, and he got that scratches and it is burning him, so they apply sandalwood pulp. So that is how Krishna is wonderful, very very good master. What we discuss, you just have to just call out, he will be present. He would be taking care of you. So should be a devotional service a part of my life or temporary? Daily क्या करते हैं? Weekly once we will come attend, we will take darshan of the Lord. Is that how the devotional service should be in our life? Daily we should do, or daily means 1 hour morning, 1 hour we do chanting, or 1 hour we go, that's enough to start. Nityam. Shastra says Nityam, every moment, every minute you have to remember the Lord. And how does that happen? So you need to know that devotional service is not a part-time job for us. It's a mandatory thing. And sthana sthiti, you need to remember this one particular point. Devotional service means people have a very crazy, thoughts that devotional service means you have to leave everything. You have to go to forest, or you have to seclude yourself. You have to forget you leave the family members and go somewhere and do. No, these are the crazy things people develop. Whenever you say bhakti means these things would come. No, bhakti means sthana sthiti. Krishna says wherever you are situated, from there you try to remember me. Whole Bhagavad Gita, people think that it's renunciation. Not renunciation. Bhakti means not renunciation. Arjuna, who is trying to renounce from the war battlefield, he is saying that I want to quit. I don't want to fight with my own fathers, grandfathers, my teachers. What he was doing, he is actually renouncing. He is trying to quit the work what he wanted to do. He is trying to renounce. But what Krishna did, he said whole Bhagavad Gita and trying to inspire him to do your things, to do your responsibility, his duties. He is actually inspiring. So how can Lord be impractical? He is practically saying. So wherever you are, every one of us in our life battling every single day a war, a battle we are doing. What you have to do is all the day, whenever you are battling with your wars in your day-to-day life, you have to do a practice of remembering Krishna every single day. Every single day. So that comes with a sadhana. Bhakti means not rejecting the family members or leaving everything and anything what we have in our possession. It's not renunciation. Bhakti means accepting Krishna, including Krishna in our life. Let's make him as a part of our life. That's called bhakti. So many devotees earlier also followed this and progressed in the path of bhakti. So Krishna asks how, Krishna says that Sannyasa karma yoge cha niha. In Bhagavad Gita, fifth point, fifth chapter, second shloka, he says, Sannyasa karma yoge cha nirashya kuru ubaha tyakto karma sannyasa karma yogo vishishyate. Be of the two works, the personality of Godhead reflect the renunciation of work and work in devotion, both are good for liberation, but of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation. Krishna himself is saying, do devotional service rather than renunciation. Renunciation, what is a devotional service? Whenever you are doing a work, always constantly remember while doing the work and think that this work what I am doing is an offering to the Krishna. That itself is bhakti. That is devotional service. You are including Krishna, keeping Krishna as center of your life. Just simple examples we always give. I am cooking. My duty is as a wife, as a mother, I have to cook. Whom am I cooking? My consciousness, if I remember that I have to please my children, my husband, or that is also to a level it's okay. But sometimes while cooking also we see we keep some filmy music, or sometimes seeing something or listening something, we will do it. The consciousness is affected. So even when I'm cooking, if I keep Krishna as center, I'm cooking to please my Lord. I'm cooking for give pleasure to my Guru. And this is prasadam. If Lord accepts this and gives it as a prasadam, I'm going to give to all the family members in my family, and they are going to get the benefit. They'll also nourish in their spiritual life. If this consciousness, if I could, what happened? The activity what I'm doing, cooking is there. Cooking anyway I have to do, right? Only thing what you are doing, you are sitting at the same place. Thane sthite. Krishna is saying wherever you are there, from there you can do devotional service. What is that changed? Only my consciousness changed. I am cooking. Am I cooking for sense enjoyment? Am I cooking for pleasure of Krishna? Where Krishna has included in my activity? In the consciousness. I am cooking for the pleasure of Krishna. The cooking remains same, but that act has become a devotional service. It has become bhakti. That's simple. It's as simple as that. And how do we get this knowledge? When we come in association of the devotees. When we hear it from the devotees, bhaktas. Okay. So there are many people in this practical world also who are both materially successful and spiritual life also. So these personalities are, this is one in the left side is a Mafatlal and his family, who is materially doing well, and they are very progressive in the spiritual life also. The right side of mine is Albert Ford, grandson of Henry Ford, and here they are also very great, the Ford company's owner. So you don't have to leave. All you have to do is you have to include Krishna in whatever activities you are doing. So understanding my needs, and we have to revisit. This is the final slide of this today's session. What are my needs? And how to fulfill, keeping Krishna as the center. So my needs are, these are the needs, maintaining the body and family. So how you can fulfill that need, keeping Krishna as, as the center of our life. Maintaining body and family is necessary. So way to fulfill is on so much which is necessary. Don't endeavor for more. Maybe today having a car is a necessity. Maybe today for some people having car is a necessity. That's okay. But striving hard. I have to get high-end cars and all. 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs cars, just to show off, just to give a show off, or to just get that filthy delta happiness. Don't endeavor. Don't do ugra karmas. Put more effort. Do what is needful, and rest of your life, whatever time you are getting in a day, focus on your spiritual life. Satisfaction of mind. Yeah, everybody needs emotional. We discussed in our first class, right? Every one of us have the emotional needs, physical needs, mental needs. Everything will be there. Yeah, but according to that only you work. You work according to your own nature. Don't endeavor. You understand your nature, what you have. You cannot compare. Like all the time we say that you cannot keep everyone in the same race. The rat, the horse, the rabbit, the snake. You cannot make them, all of them, to swim, and a fish. Everyone has their own capacity. When you have to do comparison, you have to compare yourself with you. Today I am here, 1 year later, these things are there within me, these qualities I have to work on. I'm lusty, I'm greedy. Okay, I should not be. Next 1 year, I should not, I should be, I'm at the rating, at the rating of, I'm at the rate of 8, my lust is at 8, I should reduce it to 1. That should be my aim. You have to compare yourself with you, and then you have to work on you. Satisfaction of mind, work according to your own nature. Handle pressure and stress, meditation. How do you handle your day-to-day stress and meditation pressures you are undergoing every single day? Through meditation. That is chanting, mantra meditation. Chanting is nothing but mantra meditation. And that way you connect to Lord. Where also in the mantra meditation, there are different ways of doing meditation. Somebody would be meditating on the breath. Maybe you will get for temporary, like we discussed all the time, soul is always active. It cannot, something which is not there in its purview, it cannot focus for a longer time. There are different meditations, breathing meditation techniques are there, pranayama is there. But the best way what devotees are giving to us is mantra meditation, where you have Krishna. The meditation also you are including Krishna, and you are chanting the holy name of the Lord. In the chanting also you are including Krishna, and then that sound vibration of Krishna would actually enter into your heart, and that actually brings purification and transformation. Remember the first slide, we said that whenever you are practicing a devotional service, whenever you are hearing something, the purification and transformation should be happening. If that is not happening, whatever source you are adapting is not right. Whenever you are taking some practices of bhakti, there should be a transformation in our heart. And that transformation in our heart happens when you associate with the higher. That higher energy is Krishna. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Every syllable we chant, we hear. And that hearing, that pure name of Krishna enters into our heart, and it cleanses the heart, and transformation happens. The ultimate goal of our life is get out from this unstable place, go to a permanent place which is Krishna's abode, and there, and to take us from this place to that permanent world is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting of Mahamantra. Right? So that is mantra meditation. Maintaining healthy relationships. So how do you maintain healthy relationships within your family or within your community? You stay grounded and think that you are serving the devotees. It's not that it's a big class if we discuss on this relationships, but basic line is like, think whatever relationships in your life are given by the Lord to you. There are many people who are orphans, who don't have parents. There are many people who are not getting married. There are many people who are not having children. There are many people in this world who are not having a real friends. There are many people in this world who doesn't have proper relationships. Okay, they are nowhere. But you are blessed with so many relationships. It's all because of Krishna's mercy. And I have to value each and every relationship, nourish them, bring them also into Krishna consciousness. That attitude, mood of service, they are given to me, they are in my life, they are also devotees of the Lord. I should selflessly serve. Don't expect something when you are doing something, and when you do such kind of service to other person, and if you are not getting what you are expected, that actually leads to frustration and unhappiness. When you are serving someone, selflessly serve. That's how the relationships have to be maintained and grounded. And needs of soul. You also have to understand all the time there is a need for soul also. We completely ignore at the body level. We are always conscious about the body level, but we completely forget about the soul and its needs. We are actually a spirit soul. Soul is permanent, not the body. That's what we understood, right? So in a day, you have to take care of the needs of the soul also. And how do you take care of the needs of the soul? By doing devotional to the God, by doing devotional service. So how to balance the aspects of life? We need association, we need guidance, we need support. So, and how do you get that support, guidance and help when you are in the satsang, when you are in the association of devotees? We may be experts, we may be CEOs of the company, but at the end of the day, you are also miserable. You are also struggling really hard to win the battle of your life. So still we need help of each other. We need help for every day, every point of time. We need help. Nobody can say I'm independent. I am no. I am a self-made man or woman. I've come to this position on my own. Nobody helped me. That's just, whoever says that na kick him off. That's all. Nobody here is self-made man. You didn't grow up just like that. It's because of your parents. It's because of your teachers. You have grown to this position. People very proudly say that, I am self-made man, I am woman, self-made woman. Stupid stuff. You are dependent. You need help, guidance every moment. So that help is needed, and that right guidance, right help, you would get it in a satsang. So continue to come to satsangs. So we are ending this session. So what should we do? What next is in our life is we have to systematically study Bhagavad Gita. We gather together in more personal, interactive way as a family. So systematically we study Bhagavad Gita. And not only studying Bhagavad Gita, the more important thing is a practical application of Bhagavad Gita. Many people know scriptures are devotional service or bhakti is something, that is reading, and when it comes to practical application, you'll never apply it. That is something different subject, and when things come, you go in a normal way. There is no transformation. You're getting right what I'm saying. You should not hurt anyone is something which you have learned. But do you apply that in your practical life? If somebody says me bad word, if she or he hurts me, I immediately forget. I should not hurt. It's by their nature they are hurting. That's okay. This hurting, if somebody says something, I'll feel bad. And this bad is in my karma. I should not respond back them. What we do is somebody is hitting me, I'll give 2 slaps. We read in Bhagavad Gita all this, but when the time comes practical application, we don't do that. So every single day, even if you learn one verse from Bhagavad Gita, try to apply that in our day-to-day life. So that happens only when you constantly take association. You keep yourself in the association of the devotees. Yes, ma'am.
Studying without their consciousness, we can say that we are getting hurt by their words. Like maybe their form is different, but they don't mean. We can tell them.
Yes, obviously. No, reaction and responding to any situation, there is a way how you are reacting or responding. Newton's law, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. I give 1 slap, you give me 2 slaps. That is reaction. But stop there. Stop there and diligently think. I don't have to react immediately. If you stop for a moment and think why this happened to me, or you try to get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita about it, and then you start responding. You may think that the person may be going through some bad situation, or this is there in my karma that I have to get a slap today. If he is not dying, somebody else will give, Mataji. You may be escaping from one place. Today I may be escaping beat from my guru by cheating. I know my teacher says do this homework, I didn't do. I may say that so many lame excuses, and I may escape a beating from my teacher. At the end of the day, somebody else, my friend, would come and give me a slap. It's better to get a slap from a teacher than somebody, right? So that is how, you understand practical applications of Bhagavad Gita. Also we have to do it when time demands. Not time demands, every single situation of our life, you can apply this knowledge in your life. So focus on your individual spiritual growth. Every single day, don't just try to focus on the material things. Material thing, any way it will come. 1 bar khudo, 10 bar khudo, whatever you have to get, you have to get. In that, you have to get 100 rupees for this month, you will get 100 rupees. Many times I would say, being in a corporate world, people, this March time, April, March, that's a hike time, appraisal time, people will get so much nervous. And there is nothing to be nervous about. Whatever is there in your destiny, you will get it out. And somebody is giving that destiny to you, they are just an instrument in your life. Don't develop a grudge. They are just a mere instrument to pass back that bad karma. So if you have this attitude, you will never develop a negative things on anybody. You have a very good relationships. Don't develop unnecessary grudges and all. So focus on your individual spiritual growth. Every single day, how am I progressing in my spiritual life? What is my ultimate perfection, right? Am I doing that? So that's one. So yeah, If you continue coming to our sessions, we'll discuss, not just like classes, we'll have one-to-one discussions. So we'll have better understanding together, we'll have a better understanding of our Vedic scriptures, engage ourselves in various services. Devotional service means what? You're doing something physically, that is service. So we engage ourselves in weekly services. So yeah, we will continue to meet. So practical tips of the day is easiest way to worship the Lord is chanting, reading, doing devotional service, chanting the Maha Mantra. So keep always this in mind that chanting is the only thing which would help us to take back from this world, this material world to the spiritual world. So that's how we'll end our session. Any questions? Any questions or comments or reflections? Yes, Mataji.
Even in our devotional service or in this devotional path, there are situations where we feel like more problems are coming in. So are those a test or something like that? How we are totally not in the perfection, and the problems started happening more and more.
That's our mental concoction, They're simple, how do I say this? We don't know the right cause, but we try to put the blame on something else. You had a stomach ache. You got a stomach ache, stomach upset. Now, for example, immediately we got a stomach ache. So what we do is, we had indigestion. We had a heavy food last night, okay, and then we didn't. We slept off, and we woke up in the morning. We are not feeling hungry, but still we added some more food in our stomach because this is morning and we should have breakfast. So we ate something. Last night food itself is not digested. You know that it is not digested, but what did you do? In the morning you have put some more idli or some dosa or something you have put, and now you are getting stomach ache. So what do you think? Morning I had idli and dosa, I got a food poison. Something happened in that food. But what is the real cause? Yesterday's food itself is not digested. Problems in our life are also like that. Problems they don't come because you are doing devotional service. They are destined. They will come in your life. It's our perception that maybe I am chanting today, that's why Krishna is giving more problems. Lord is not sadist. Yeah, your problems are destined to you. See, one important thing you always have to remember. Another important question people would ask, that if I do devotional service, all my problems will be solved. All my financial problems, my relationship problems, my professional problems will be solved. Why? But why? I mean, if it is not solving, why should I do devotional service at all? Very nice point. This analogy always you remember. I am attending satsang. It has become quite late, and my house is very far, and it's midnight, 12 o'clock, and I'm just going alone. And I'm getting scared because it's midnight, no one is there on the road, and already I'm scared. I'm seeing it's pitch dark, and I'm seeing a person coming. He's like shaking here and there. It is understood that that person is a drunkard. He is coming from the opposite direction, and I'm getting scared. No, I'm really already scared. I'm seeing that person. What will he do to me? And so many cases are happening in the present day. What would happen to mine? What will I do? Suddenly I'll turn around and see. I'll turn around, see my back, and I see two of the devotees who are also attending satsang. They are coming behind me. What will happen? I'll get immediate strength, immediate courage. What happened there? What happened there? Situation is same. That night is pitch dark. I am going still alone. The person is still coming from the opposite direction. But what made what made it to reduce? You are not alone. When I turned back and saw somebody is there, that actually gave the strength. Spirituality is that. When I bring Krishna, when I bring Lord into my life, we have this strength in us, like Mataji said. Strength, it brings the strength. Problems will be there. The perception, seeing to the problems, the perception of viewing the problems would be changing when you adapt, Krishna conscious lifestyle in our life. So did I give an answer to you, Mataji? Problems will be there. If they are destined to come, they would come. It's not because of the spirituality, you are doing devotional service, it is coming. So something we are blaming on a wrong thing, like that. I mean, it's our tendency. We are still not, we newly joined and we feel that, sometimes, if you don't feel also, people around us try to imbibe that. See, all till now your life was going very peacefully. See, after you joined this, see how problems are coming. Once you started taking chanting bead bag, you took bead bag in your hand, all the problems are coming. Kind of.
Many problems are solved also, but thing is, I'm asking that is God taking test like, if you want, are you passing this or that thing? That's what I'm asking.
Acha. That can be, same situation would come. Test itself, whatever you are applying. See, every time when you are facing a situation, there are two options: whether go this side or go that side, whether you go to Krishna or go to Maya. So that way, if you see anything comes in as in your life as a test, according to the scriptures, whatever devotional you practice, on that basis, if you are taking a decision, then you are passed in the test. But otherwise, you are scared and you are not doing properly, and you have reaction and respond. You are not responding. Responding means deliberately thinking and doing an action. Reaction means immediate action. You are doing something. So if you are trying to choose, go back and do the same thing, you are in the trap of Maya. So yeah, like you said, every minute is a test for us. What you are choosing, whether you are choosing Krishna or you are choosing Maya, is a test for us all the time. Any more questions, Mataji? Behind. Hare Krishna.
I had a question like, what is life beyond like soul leaves the body? The journey. Is there anything beyond?
You missed our third session where we discussed elaborately on this. Yeah. So, yeah. Offline we can take, but in short to say that soul is eternal. Its journey in this body is only for a limited time. Maybe it's 60 years, 70 years, 100 years, don't know. But this journey will end. Soul will take another body based upon your desires and the karma what you have done. Accordingly, you will get another body. We discussed this body is not only this gross body. This gross body is made up of 5 elements: earth, fire, water, ether, and earth, fire, water, ether, and water. Fire and yeah. So all these 5 with these 5 elements, this body is made, gross body. But there are subtle bodies which we are discussing: mind, intelligence, and false ego. These subtle bodies would actually travel with you to another body also. So when you are taking another body, this mind, intelligence, and false ego will also come with you. They are not going to get destroyed. The gross body is getting destroyed. So this is the journey of a soul. So ultimate journey is you need to know this truth. Our class says that what is the reality. We discussed elaborately like this material world. We discussed about the soul. We discussed about Krishna. And then we have to make conscious effort to come out of this birth-death cycle. The goal of our life should be that you should not fall under this cycle of birth and death. You can break it up. You can break this life cycle of birth and death and go to Krishna eternally, forever. That by doing devotional service, by doing chanting. That's what we discussed. Yes, Mataji.
When we are sleeping, sometimes we don't feel. When we are deep, what do you mean by soul? What is sleep? Is it in taking rest or is it going out of our body? How that soul is working when we are deep sleep? Sometimes we still sleep. Yeah, we slept very good. Like that, what the soul exactly doing in us?
Now also soul is in a dormant state. No, you think that whatever it is functioning is you are functioning through your gross mind intelligence. Okay, when you sleep, when you say deep sleep, this mind and intelligence are getting rest. They are not. They are also inactive at that time. The deep sleep. Soul is always there, and know the realization. When you realize yourself as a soul, the practical application of this theoretical knowledge When you realize it, that time the soul awakens. The soul is there. Whether it is awakened now or sleeping, it's in a dormant state. What is functional now is your mind and intelligence.
How can I know my soul is active?
Do sadhana. You have to realize this knowledge, theoretical knowledge, by doing sadhana.
Can I answer the question?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. In deep sleep, it is Priya. Means it's just only the soul awakened. Soul is awakened when there is deep sleep. And the mind and the intelligence is not there. It's already in that, without disturbance. And then, when you get up and just see that, okay, I had a nice sleep. That who is the knower? The knower is the soul. You are telling that after getting up that you had a nice sleep. Who is that? Who is telling that? The truth? Not mind. Mind was not there. That is all.
Any more questions, Mataji? If not, I just want to announce some, we are going to have this retreat, we are going to have a spiritual trip on April 1st. Mataji is going to announce, Varsha Mataji, or we'll announce this and we'll do mantra. Well, you do it,
No,
Mataji.
you can start. Just that we'll be also doing on-spot registration.
Okay.
So I'll announce about
That
it.
So we are going for a spiritual retreat on April 1st, next Saturday. Next Saturday we'll be having a special session by His Grace Madhumati Pushkarani Mataji on Sri Ramanavami. Sri Ramanavami we are having on 30th of March. So 25th of March she would be taking a special session on Sri Ramanavami. And after that we will be having a spiritual retreat on April 1st. So it's very wonderful place, 100 kilometers away from our ACS lot. It's called Bangaru Tirupati and Avanibatta. How many of you went to this place earlier? Have you been ever? We also never, so we are excited to go there. They said it's very old ancient temples and we can take darshan of Lord Rama there. We'll have a funful activities, games planned nicely, and then we'll have some cheers prasadam. All dinner, breakfast and lunch is provided. So start and end point is this particular place, ACS layout, our ACS layout. That's all. We'll do a chanting or we'll. Yeah, you want to announce? Let's chant Maha Mantra for 108 times.
So anyone coming for first time or anyone who don't know something? Okay. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming, and we almost reached towards the end of the session, like towards the end of this course. It still feels like it is a session one only. It's like we are progressing and so many things happen. You also learned so many things throughout this journey. We really hope that it is helping you, and that's why you are coming into this. Thank you so much for that. Let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Mataji for wonderfully sharing so many points and so many Let's chant.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
As you all know how to chant, so no need to explain again, but still for her I'll explain. So this is the head beat. So you have to say that pranam mantra, starting mantra on this, and then next Hare Krishna mantra on every beat. And once you chant, then you have to move to it to your side. Like that, you can complete all this one beat. Then one round of Hare Krishna mantra.
Thank you, Mataji. Let's start. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.